Hey guys, this is Coop from Garage Gym Reviews, and it's the most glorious time of the year. Yes, it is Black Friday, the time, if you've been on the fence to start a home gym, now is the time. Build your home gym now. It's the best deals of the season. It's incredible. So, as usual, we're gonna do an AMA and Ask Me Anything in this format. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Black Friday in addition to other questions that you guys have. A couple things. If you'd like to see all the deals that we have listed, check the link below the like button where we have our editors living on their computers writing all the deals, and there's a lot of them. Also, we do have mini exclusives, even more than last year. I'm gonna mention some of them, but if you'd like to see all of them as they come out, because some companies don't want to release them yet, we just do it a couple days early. But if you'd like to see all those, you can check out the website as well. Also, just like last year, we will be doing a live AMA. So if you'd like to participate, please join us on Black Friday at early morning Central. I know many of you will be out getting less than stellar deals, so you can get awesome deals online from gym equipment. So if you'd like to join us, you can ask any questions. We'll also be going through all the deals of the day and letting you know which ones I think are most interesting. It's a very fun time. So if you've eaten a ton of Thanksgiving food and would like to just sit on the couch and enjoy some entertainment and ask some questions, please join us. So let's get into the video. Sam, ask me some questions.
Let's start with the elephant in the room. What do you think about Rep's new releases this year?
Okay, Rep has some really sick stuff. Lots of stuff that we reviewed, but I was kind of thinking they were going to slow down the train. They keep coming out with more and more stuff. Few things have recently come out. Number one is the Adonis, which basically they took my critiques from the FT5000 functional trainer, and I was like, why did they come out with this? And they did everything that I said they should do. Basically, it looks like it online for what they should do for a functional trainer. Basically, they took all the components that they were already using on their Athena and their Aries that are so well done and within their design language, and came out with the new Adonis. Why they didn't just come out with that instead of the FT5000, I don't know. I don't know if that was a money grab or something. Honestly, kind of annoying, because I would not recommend the FT5000 now that the Adonis is out, but man, that thing looks sick, for real. The other thing, the lat row low pulley. Number one, it looks like probably a more thought out, probably a lot cheaper Prime Fitness single stack HLP Prodigy series, which I'm down for. That thing looks absolutely sick. If you notice in the video, they have the lat seat that's also adjusting, so it looks like you can use it like a seal row and things like that too. That's removable. I mean, that thing looks slick. It is very thick, and the reason they're doing that is because they probably got a 1-to-1 pulley off the top, a 1-to-1 pulley off the bottom, and a 2-to-1 pulley off of the functional trainer, which is a genius design. I mean, that thing looks slick, and they're building a true ecosystem. That was one thing that they commented on. When I did a video once that a lot of people didn't like about ecosystems, they're like, we want to build more parts that fit really well together. And so if you notice, like in the teaser video, they've got dumbbell shelves off the side. They got all sorts of stuff. So they're building an ecosystem, and that thing is going to be sick. I can't wait to review it. And then the other thing is the wall mount Athena. That thing looks pretty cool. Very slim, very compact. I think there's a lot of people that could get that instead of a fold down rack and still park in the garage. And think about that. You're gonna have a functional trainer and a full rack that you can use. That thing's pretty sick. So I'm excited for all those, but they do have some Black Friday deals specifically that I'll speak on when you ask me the question.
Well, Coop, let's go on to the next one. We'll get to Black Friday eventually. What's a piece of equipment you haven't talked about yet, haven't reviewed, but you would like for us to get in-house and to review?
Okay, so this one's a little bit random. I recently saw this. I don't know if this is a newer thing. I've seen some previous like beta versions, but they now actually sell it. There's a rack called the XPT half rack. Many of you probably have never heard this. This is definitely a deep cut, but it has a self-spotting bar. So basically it has think of a Smith machine, but through a 360 axis, so it's not just up and down. I think they have one that's up and down, but you can also go forward and back. So it has two levers that when you grab the bar, you release the hooks, and you can move the bar all throughout the range of motion, and you can even throw the bar, and when you release it, it'll stop. It's self-spotting. It's absolutely sick. But I noticed they recently came out with a cable attachment of some sort that would allow you to do only the eccentric on a bar on a rack. So, for instance, what you can do is you release the weight at the bottom, when you come up from the rep, say a squat, you can turn on the weight and then come down. So very similar to like what we do with Vitruvian or a flywheel system where you're focusing on the eccentric, but with a bar. I think that thing looks pretty sick. So a little bit of a unique thing, but something that I want to review.
Holden Logger asked, he said, I was looking at the Rep PR 5000 series, but Bolt came out with their Storm Series Warlord Half Rack Functional Trainer. It looks amazing. Do you have plans to review it?
Yeah, so I want to review more Bolt stuff. They're honestly, I think they were just an importer from Houston, Texas. Houston's a huge area, obviously, so they were able to warehouse and basically serve mainly local people. They started a website where they're selling their stuff, and now they have more unique stuff like the Warlord series. I would like to really review it. I actually have a video coming out on one of their pieces that we're going to do. That's a little bit unique. I'll save the video. It's kind of cool. But I will say that their stuff does look pretty cool. Is it as good as, say, the Rep for the price? Like, what's the competition like? We'll just have to see. One thing I will say about Rep is they're not doing as much white label stuff anymore, where they used to just basically import stuff and white label it. They're actually engineering stuff, so it's only stuff you can get from them. Because they're doing that, their stuff is a little bit more expensive because they're having the engineering costs, but typically it's more well thought through. So we'll see when it gets in-house, but generally I'd say, man, what Rep's doing right now is actually pretty impressive.
Dear Coop, I know you're supposed to spend 3 months' salary on an engagement ring. How much of my yearly salary should I spend on a home gym?
I think I would first say, like, the idea of spending a certain amount on an engagement ring, that is absolutely silly. My wife's mom had a diamond left over from something, so I was able to get the diamond, which is pretty small, but then I just bought a ring and had them put it in there. I think I spent maybe like $250, which maybe at the time that may have been 3 months salary. Like, I was making nothing at the time. But I will say the amount that you're going to spend on a home gym, I would definitely spend way more on a home gym than an engagement ring. I mean, an engagement ring, what's the purpose of an engagement ring being like all fancy? I've had the same Walmart golden ring. It's actually been bent so many times. Like a home gym, I would use so much more. Just get her a Qualo or something like that, a rubber ring. She wouldn't care, you know, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Just get whatever ring you'd like, and then make sure your home gym is incredible. And tell her Coop said so.
Who came up with that rule to spend this much for the ring?
Was it the Diamond Company?
Yeah.
Was it? We should come up with a rule like that for home gyms. You know?
You should spend 6 years' salary on your home gym.
Yeah. Well, you're going to save so much money versus a commercial gym. That's how it always started. You know, it's like, oh, my commercial gyms cost so much. You know what? I'm going to save money with a home gym. And the reality is you can save money with a home gym, but also the reality is you never do, because you end up getting in the rabbit hole and you're like, man, this looks fun. This looks fun. And it is the greatest hobby there is.
Next one. Back whenever you went to PRX, I was just curious about the mini rack attached bench that can be used for leg extensions and lat pull downs. Also curious on your review on the wall mount Athena versus what PRX is offering.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, those are good questions. So the PRX, they had some cool stuff they showed us. I think the jammer arms were the most interesting. Like, basically they were able to be a free motion. I've seen so many comments about those. People are down for those. The leg extension, leg curl, we'll have to get it in to do a full review. I used it. I will say, I'm kind of, for machines, I'm a little bit of a stickler on range of motion. And one of the things with a leg extension is you want to be able to make sure you get a full range of motion. So, like, basically you're able to come all the way back with it. The way they had it set up, I had to stop early. Like, I wasn't able to go to full ROM all the way down. And that is a little bit annoying to me. Also, this is just my opinion. Not everybody agrees with this. Some people really like the machine attachments. But personally, when I go out to my garage, if it's not standalone, if I have to set up a ton of stuff and take a bunch of extra time, just because I've got a lot of stuff going on, I don't do it. I'm looking for like an efficient way to train. So we do have people like my videographer, Nathan. He loves a bulletproof isolator. But one of the reasons he loves it is because you have it standalone, right? Yeah, if he had to like take it on and off all the time, maybe a bit annoying. I will say though, their implementation of it is probably one of the quickest ways that you can attach to a rack. It's pretty smart. So we'll have to get it in. I can give you my full thoughts on it, but it's pretty cool. And then the PRX rack versus the Athena. Right now, PRX does not have a cable system that I would like full send say, yeah, you need to buy that one. They're working on some stuff. So right now I'd say the Athena, but if PRX, some of the stuff we saw that's going to come out, like behind the scenes we didn't even show on video, I mean, it's going to be pretty sick.
You guys have been recommending the newer adjustable dumbbells like Snowed, Pepin, and Nuabel. Can you speak to their longevity and durability versus power blocks that have been around forever?
Yeah, that's one of the, I mean, that's why we still recommend power blocks and still recommend Iron Masters. They're proven. They've been around a long time. They're very strong. I mean, Iron Masters just get slept on. Iron Master as a company gets slept on. Do you know the bench I use in my garage? Out of every bench that's available that I can use, I use the Iron Master. It's my favorite bench. It's just so well designed. It's not the best like quality. Same thing with the dumbbells, but they're dumbbells. The people that have used them for decades, they just freaking last. They're a little bit annoying to change, but they last. Same thing with power blocks. They're just really strong. The problem with them, both of those versus the newer style dumbbells, is the newer companies realize people don't just want durability, they want speed of change. And so you have like the quick draws, you have the Snows, you have the True Laps, you have the Nuabels. Those are all just very fast changing. A lot of people want the fast changing. The perfect implementation is one that has the durability of an Iron Master and a power block and a quick changing unit. And we don't fully have that yet. You have the Rep quick draw that is quick and also durable, but it doesn't go up to the 80 or 100 pounds that the other ones do. So you have Nuabels where you're having to give something up because they're not the most durable, but they're very fast changing. You do have Snows, which are kind of a combo, but they're just I don't know. The fit and finish just isn't fully there versus the competitors. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on that.
All right, last one, and we'll jump into some Black Friday stuff. Coop, you can only pick one. Treadmill, it can be motorless, rower, skier, or air bike.
If I could only have one, I don't do a lot of steady state, just sitting there cardio. It's not my favorite type of way to get cardio. Like, honestly, if you've got kids, take them outside and run around. Like we walk around the neighborhood, we do all that kind of stuff. If I'm doing cardio, that's mostly what I'm doing. Or I'm doing sled work, I do that kind of stuff. If I'm gonna have a steady state device for cardio, I use my treadmill probably most often, but not for running, for steps. So like if I'm sitting at my computer, something like that, like that's how I like to get my cardio in. Not everybody's that way, but if I'm looking for like a standalone cardio piece, definitely a skier. I freaking love the skier. Really like skier. Talked about it, like I wrote a love letter basically to that thing. I love that thing. But if I'm looking for like a standalone piece out of those options, probably a treadmill, just because I can use it for steps and use it while I'm doing my computer. You can't do that with a skier.
All right, let's kick off some Black Friday questions. GGR notoriously has been the leader in exclusive deals in the fitness world the past few years. What exclusive deals are coming up that we're gonna have that you're excited about?
Okay, so we have quite a few. This is something that we've been working more and more on. We have a large audience, and I'm not just talking on YouTube, our site too. We just get a lot of visitors, and that's our goal. I wanna make sure that the information we're getting out, like the people that are searching for stuff, they're getting good information. The reality is, most of the reviews, things that are out there absolutely suck. Like they're just not good. So we want to basically capture as much of that as possible because we want to provide good information. So we have worked with companies in a goal to have exclusives. And so we've got a few. Some of these I can mention. Some of them you're just going to have to check the site because we're not allowed to release them yet because they're so good. But one of them is Tonal, another one is Freak Athlete, another one is Snowed. We're working on something with a couple other companies, adjustable dumbbell related, so watch out for those. And when I say exclusives, like these aren't exclusives that they're giving exclusives broadly, so it's like every site has the same exclusive. No, these are ones that we're negotiating specifically to have the best deal on the internet. Like that's what we're working towards. And so we have some of those. So I mentioned some of those. Another one is Carol Bike. There's a couple other boutique, smaller companies that you should watch out for that we're doing exclusives with, but I can't release all of them. I'll just say, make sure you're checking the site because that's the first place you'll see them. Also probably on like our social channels like Instagram and TikTok.
All right, this one's from Thomas Fredrickson. He said, with Black Friday coming up, I'm looking to upgrade my big commercial style rack to something more multifunctional. What are some good brands and websites to check out?
I mean, if you're looking for the all-in-one, the king right now is the Reps. Or you're looking at Force USA. Those are two companies that are offering like the all-in-one type units. I did notice, I'll just say this. This is what every company's chasing. like you'll see this from every company. Bells of Steel has theirs. I know Titan is probably going to come out with more. Rogue, seems like I saw some stuff in the background of some photos that their owner posted. It looked like they were working on some stuff like that. So more and more companies are going to be coming out with this type of stuff. Right now, though, the Rep Athena and the Aries, those are the king. If you want something with like a Smith machine, Force USA, their stuff I think is pretty underrated. Their stuff is good too. I would look to both of those, but all those companies I just mentioned, they're going to be having sales, and a lot of them do the sales around the racks. So for instance, right now, Rep Fitness, they just released theirs. They're doing, I'm looking at it right now, 10% off your entire cart when using a rack builder. So that means if you build with an Athena or an Aries in their PR5000 or PR4000 series, the entire cart gets 10% off. That's their best deal of the year. Rogue will also do similar stuff where they're gonna, actually I saw they have their garage sale, so they're basically doing like leftover parts. But they'll also do shipping sales. So really it's the best time of the year to buy it. I will say so far, the Rogue Mac Black Friday is a little underwhelming so far. I'm hoping they come out with more stuff, but it looks to me like it's stuff that they couldn't sell during the year. And they're just like, all right, let's do a deal on it because we need to get rid of it. One of them is the multi-grip bar, the wide boy. They've got it retailing for over $600, but they're selling it for $225. Like, they're trying to get rid of it. I don't like that bar. The thin bar is so much better. The thin bar is amazing. The wide boy, I don't even know why they released it, but I wouldn't buy that. I wouldn't just buy something because it's on sale. There is better stuff, and so I'd wait because I hope they have better stuff forthcoming. But all those companies I've mentioned, they're going to be having deals, and they're going to be good. This is the best time of the year to buy.
Have you heard rumor of any cold tub deals or sales that'll be happening around Black Friday?
Yes, we have a bunch of cold tub reviews we're working on for roundups and individual reviews. We've done some in the past, specifically on the plunge. I would be looking for sales on all of those. I have some of the sales right in front of me, but we have a content embargo. Basically, they don't allow us to release it yet because they want to build the hype for it. I totally get it. So I can't give any specific companies right now, but all the usual players you're expecting and the top brands will be having sales. I mean, it's pretty typical. There are some that are okay, and there's some that are really freaking good on actually good units. So best thing I can say right now is watch for our live AMA. Specifically. Also, we'll do another video on like basically my top 10 deals or so, something like that, but also on the site. You'll see everything live as soon as we're allowed to post it, it'll be there.
Dear Coop, I need more plates. Who has the best product/deal, shipping included, and are there any brands that we've been sleeping on?
It depends on the type of plate you want. If you want bumper plates or on iron plates, honestly, I mean, Rogue and Rep, they're known for great plates. Fringe Sport, they've got really good bumpers and they're good price too. And typically during Black Friday, they like blow those out. Like that's their best price of the year. So I would look to those. If you're looking for iron plates, I love the deep dish and they're actually a really good price. But what I would do is if you're buying them, look for the hundo savings. Most of the companies are doing something along those lines where you buy enough. Basically, they'll discount your cart and they'll be cheaper shipping. That's probably the way to buy them versus buying a little bit here, a little bit the next time. Buying them all together would probably be the cheapest price. All right, there's the scoop from Coop. If you have any more questions, make sure you save them or you can let us know in the comment section and we'll get to them during our live AMA. Anything else you'd like to know around Black Friday, please let us know and we'll work on it. But if you'd like to see any of the deals, all the deals, make sure you check the site and follow us on all social channels. This has been Coop from Garage and Reviews. We'll see you next time. Peace.